Language immersion. Language immersion is basically in learning the language of the country. Learning the language so that being part of that culture is a lot easier. Obviously learning a new language is very difficult, and, it's not, the most easy situation, and but sometimes it's something you have to learn so that you can be more comfortable, and so that people in that country can be more comfortable to be around you. Obviously, if English isn't your first language, you get very frustrated. You get very frustrated that you don't have the ability to communicate with others what you're trying to get across. And it's difficult and it's hard, but you have to understand that a lot of people are also in the same position. So for example, if I were to go to a foreign country and I didn't know their language, it would be very difficult for me to communicate with others, and I would probably look like an idiot. But the thing about that is, feeling self-conscious and feeling uncomfortable is very common, but if you really do want to understand and you want to be a part of that society and be part of that culture, learning the language is something that's very important. English especially is a language that is spoken all over the world, and it's a language that everyone has a different accent, everyone has a different way of speaking it and different slang, but the fact is they still know the basic English. And so, for example, in previous videos, obviously I've discussed that each culture and each country has a different dialect. So for example, in the States, they all have different dialects. So for example, like they would say in Boston, they would use more Bostonian language. I don't really know what that is, but they use more American, kind of Italian-American kind of language, while in the South they use y'all and they use ma'am and sir and that sort of thing. And in California they use dude, and they use all those, those words that are very colloquial to that certain region. Malaysia uses la and lo, and but all in all, it is English, and it's a language that is universally known. Obviously, people, like I said, naturally feel uncomfortable, and they want to be accepted, and they want to have the ability to surround themselves with people that are more their wavelength and more capable of speaking their language and understanding them. But one thing about that of language immersion is to step outside of your comfort zone, is to be able to say that you can do it, and you can, no matter where you are, no matter what you do, you can still do it, and step out of your comfort zone. Because when someone realizes that you can step out of your comfort zone, you have the ability to prosper. So thank you.